So how long have you been working with Carr's Billington and Grace?
Carr's is a company, probably even since I left college. We were on Carr's Cake at the time in the parlour.
Was that a couple of years ago then?
That is a couple of years ago, yeah. We bought it about 25 years ago, and we originally dairied in a farm in the village along the road, up to 200 cows, and then we got a chance to buy this, which we ran as a young stock unit, and then we realised that we've kind of outgrown where we were, and to take things further, we decided to do a greenfield site here. Started with 300 cows, and then subsequently has grown there to where we are today. We're running 580 cows, 530 come through the parlour, I should say. We're in 3 groups. The cows on our right here are a fresh calf cow group, plus some older ones.
Right.
Cows on your left there are what I call my granny cows,
Right.
which are all the mature end cows there. We like to keep them separate.
Right, okay. Everything's inside. I've seen a couple outside when we were driving in, but is it a fully intensive system that you're operating?
Yes, housed all year round, all year calving, full TMR ration, and ticking away quite nicely really at the moment. The yields will come through genetics. Same with, we're targeting as much what we can feed-wise. So we're averaging about 12,800 litres. Today our composition is 4.4 fat and 3.5, 3.6 protein. We had 550 acres of first cut.
Yep.
And we took 80 off on the 10th of May to put something into the pit because we were starting to run a bit short.
Yep.
And something that we could start a bit earlier because at that time the weather was pretty rubbish and it just looked like things was going to be a bit later than normally would be.
Yeah, so supplies were a little bit tight. We made a stage 1 first cut.
Yeah.
So the challenge is with this, it really good, it fills a hole and gets us started with silage, but it can end up that you're making silage all summer, can't it?
Yeah.
You're going to try and cut all your second cut in one go, or?
No, I've some later first cut to make for heifers and it'll probably tie in with this second cut that's to take off first.
Okay, so like for silage it's not been in the pit all that long. It's looking really good.
Yeah.
So we would like an AME of around 11. I mean, the higher the better. Typically we'll be getting sort of 11.5, 11.6, 11.7 here. Protein can vary greatly on the year and the season and how much the nitrogen's been uptaken and when it's been cut. But we'll be looking 14, 15, 16 on the protein level. And then the other thing to bear in mind is, as I alluded to, cows are ruminant, so we need to keep their rumen healthy. So what we're looking for is good digestible fibre. We don't want the fibre to be like straw, like lignin,
Yep.
but we want that good digestible fibre because that means that their rumen's working and they can eat more and then they produce more milk. So Alan, we've looked at this forage sample. I think it was looking really good for this year. Really sticky as well. I can't remember the 10th of May, but there must have been some sunshine around because the sugar seemed to be quite good. And you can see there's not a lot of jaggy fibre, so I think it should be a good digestible fibre and hopefully...
You can see the gold leaf in it, as they would say.
Yeah, pave the way for a good summer and autumn of milk from the cows. Cows crave consistency, and really that's one of the main things that you've achieved here, Alan, with the TMR. We don't really make changes unless it's absolutely necessary. And you can see from the size of the cows that they are able to achieve a really good dry matter intake. And quite apart from all the minutiae of diets, the main thing is getting those cows to eat. So if you have a big, strong, healthy cow with that capacity, that good genetic potential, that's way more than half the battle already won.
So what's the composition of your TMR? What goes into it? Maize, barley, wheat?
At the moment, there's ground maize, wheat. We feed a little bit of biscuit meal as well as a third starch choice. Distillers grains, hyper soya, obviously the AminoMax, minerals, some megalac.
So from a Carr's Billington point of view, what inputs do Carr's Billington have on the farm? Because obviously you've worked together for a long time since you left college at 18. You're now a young, sprightly 50-year-old. So what inputs does Carr's Billington have?
So I regularly review the diet, really in conjunction with looking at sustainability and things for the Arla production. So we regularly sample the silage and then make changes if necessary. Just kind of balancing. The main things we're balancing all the time are energy and protein. These cows have got tremendous genetic potential, so we want to make sure that the quality ingredients are going into them. So silage quality is key. That's all down to Alan, both making it and putting it in the pit. And then I take a look mainly at supplementing with different sources of starch and protein. AminoMax has been used here for a number of years, before I was involved. And we have alternated between AminoMax rapeseed and AminoMax soya, depending on the quality of silage, the markets at the time, and what the cows are telling us.
So I've used the AminoMax since it was launched about 20 years ago, which was originally the rape version. Subsequently, we've been through the variations through the years, and we're currently on the soy-based version at the minute. It's just a better quality protein in compared to the rape. It's a little bit more expensive, but we feel that we're getting value for money out of that.
What keeps your system running efficiently?
Attention to detail, and it's being meticulous on your routine. Be nice to the cows. That's what they like, innit?